At the bottom of our deck door, we've got this gap, and I've got the weather seal around either side, but I want to put a weather strip across the bottom, or a door seal. Now I bought this one. It's called a compact door seal because it's only 40mm tall, and I got that mainly because of the lack of space underneath the dog door. I still don't have 40mm. 40mm is about here, so I'm going to have to shape the top of this down, which shouldn't be too difficult because it is only aluminium. But when you buy one of these, they need to go fairly firmly right up against the edge of your door jamb, or in this case where my weather seals are. So if you get a tape measure, put it hard in against one corner, and then I've got a little bit of a roll in this edge. The measurement I'm getting right in the corner is not really here. It's kind of round about where it rolls because of the rubber up here. So I'm thinking if I cut it at about 6.95 or 2 foot 3 5/16, that should be a good. Aluminium is able to be cut on the drop saw, so that's what I'm going to go and do. I'll probably make it just a little bit longer than that because you can always sneak up on it, but you can't add stuff back on if you cut it too short. Now to mark it out, I've hooked my tape over the end of the aluminium strip. This strip is about 3 feet long, so they give you plenty. And my number was 6.95. So I'm going to put a mark at 6.95 on here. I'm using a felt tip. This pencil won't really work on here. I'm going to take that to my drop saw and cut that. But before I do, this rubber strip underneath probably won't cut as well on the drop saw, so you can slide that out. I'll actually just slide it past it. I'll then cut here, and then I can slide this back up to here and trim off the excess at the other end. Alright, just get that back, go over to the saw. So what I'm going to do, I'm just lining my teeth up right at the edge of my line. This little rough edge I can get fixed with a file, but what I'll do first is I'll go and check this in the door space to make sure it actually fits, whether I'll need to take a little bit more off. Just to get that square off on both sides. Just going to make sure it's actually moved a little bit in the saw. So I'll get that straightened up as well. This isn't a necessary step, it's just a step that I'm taking. So now, I get the rubber strip, insert that back into the channel. With that even at that end, just need to cut it at the other end using scissors, or in my case I'm using a sharp blade, box knife. And now I can go and install that. Actually no, I've got to mark out mine where it's got to fit under the dog door. So that's that's what I need to cut out for it to fit on the dog door. This is very thin. This blade's fine, but it's also worn out, so. And if you've never worked with aluminium before, always have some form of vice jaw or vice guard, I mean. Because you do want to protect it. I want to try and curve and cut along the line, but I need a really fine blade for that. Didn't quite get the line I wanted. Normally I would use the whole blade, but like I said, all the teeth in the middle of this blade have been destroyed by me trying to cut something before. It's not an expensive blade, it's a cheap blade. Just removing the burr that I created with the file. Go get this installed. Now let's go install it. And this only has 3 holes, screws, and you could just drive the screw straight in, but I prefer to pre-drill, I think, in this instance. Just a small hole to get the screw started. I have the clutch set fairly low on the drill so that it doesn't destroy the timber in the door. A little too tight at the bottom. I'm going to have to file a little bit more off this. That one worked. A bit more fiddling limit for mine than for yours.